Okay, so some of you have seen my post, sub $100 home coffee setup. Well, you might have guessed it, but those are all items that I actually bought at those prices. And I believe it's here. So we're gonna unbox this. I'm gonna show you what's here. Not every piece might have arrived, but anyway, let's get to it. So I ordered a few things, okay, so this looks like everything is here. All right, first up is our kettle, our electric temperature adjustable kettle. It has a capacity of 0.9 liters, 1200 watts, which is actually pretty decent. And it's, I believe, touchscreen functions as well. But anyway, so here's this. We're first just gonna make sure that we have everything. And then we have the coffee scale, which, how much did I pay for this? For the kettle, for this gooseneck kettle, I paid whopping $30.57. For the scale, I paid $5.16. All right, and then authentic, genuine Time War C3 grinder. This was only $36, $36.65, crazy. Okay, and then I bought this dripper, which I believe this is a knockoff. Yeah, this is a knockoff of a Time War B75, but whatever. I ordered the version with filter. I'm not sure if filters are included or not. And moment of truth, filters are included. All right, we have filters. And for this, I paid $4.84, including filters. Are you kidding me? How is this possible? How is this possible? How can they sell this for so cheap? How can they make it for so cheap? Look, I make drippers, and this is less than what it costs for me to produce each unit. That's insane. All right, and then I also ordered this, which is an air blower tool with a cleaning brush. A lot of you wondered why I even bought this, and it's because with hand grinders, you really need to make sure that you have one of these to really keep your grinder clean. And having a brush is always helpful when it comes to coffee stuff. So anyway, let's open each one of these up and kind of see how it goes. I'm really excited for this, actually. Okay, so the Time War C3. Are you kidding me? Look at this presentation, guys. For $36.65, it comes with an authenticity certification manual, which we're not going to read, a carrying bag. Oh, and it comes with a brush. So now I have two brushes and the grinder itself. Wow. It's been a minute since I've used a Time War hand grinder. I've used a C2 many times. This is my first experience with the C3, so I'm quite excited. Really, really smooth. Nice. Very nice. How is this under $40? It's crazy. Apparently, these burrs produce fewer fines, is what I've heard. And so, yeah, we're gonna brew coffee with this and see how it goes. But yeah, anyway, we have the grinder, we have the dripper, we have the coffee scale. No. How much was the scale again? The scale was $5.16. $5. $5.16. Are you kidding me? $5.16. All right. So in the box, we have operating manual, which we're not going to read. We have five. How's this $5? Dude, this thing's slick. Look at this, y'all. Is this rechargeable? Oh, get out of town. USB-C rechargeable. And it's on. Of course, it's not on a flat surface. What? Response time is actually not bad either. It has a timer function. Yo. Yo. And it's all touchscreen. That is wild. That is wild. Okay. Anyway, we have that USB-C charging cable. I think this one is probably my most anticipated one. Is the kettle. This kettle was $30.57. Look, guys, in this total amount, can y'all see this total amount? $79.18 total. Includes shipping and tax. What? All right. I should probably keep this, which is the instructions to the kettle, but all right, here's the kettle. Okay. Oof, that's rough. Okay, I'm definitely gonna have to give this a few cycles. It's not nearly as bad as I thought. There's no oil inside either. You know, like sometimes when you buy really, really cheap stainless steel stuff, there's a ton of like oil residue inside. There's none of that. Please remove the card and read it carefully before use. All right. And here is the pad, which looks quite promising, not gonna lie. Nice. It's all touchscreen operations. All right, and then the lid. Wow. You know, is it as nice as the fellow? No. But it's not bad. It's genuinely not bad. Do these use the same? Nah, doesn't work. Yeah, it's of course not nearly as nice as the fellow, but it's not bad. Not bad at all. I've seen a lot worse. Okay, I've now used the sub $80 setup for enough period of time where I feel like I can speak on it. So, first things first, the kettle. Is it any good? Yeah, the kettle's perfectly fine. It does its job. It does what it's supposed to do. Is the temperature as accurate as something like a fellow? No. Does it overshoot sometimes? Yes. But does it get the job done, and does it get you to brewing and drinking tasty cups of coffees? Absolutely. Now for the scale. I feel like the scale is where you're getting a bargain. So the fit and finish leaves a lot to be desired. But we have to remember that this scale costs like $5. All right. So of course at the bottom, does it look as nice as an Akai scale? No, absolutely not. But it functions really, really, really well. And the response time is shockingly good. Matter of fact, it's better than some of the early generation Time War scales. It's significantly faster than something like a Hario scale, or even some of the older Brewista scales. This rivals in terms of response time to what I can see something of a newer Time War scale. And so if you're on a tight budget and you're looking for something that looks sleek on the outside and is very, very accurate and also functions as a coffee scale that goes all the way down to 0.1 grams or 1/10 of a gram, this is a really good buy. Now for the grinder. This is the Time War C3, and it's good. It's plenty good enough for someone who's just now getting into coffees and pour-overs for you to kind of see if you enjoy this thing. And it's also plenty good enough for you to brew really expensive coffees with and have a good time. There is a lot that I wish for out of grinder, of course, having used all kinds of premium hand grinders and also electric premium grinders. But again, for what it's worth, at under $40 including shipping, taxes, and all that, it brews really, really, really tasty cups of coffees. It is very capable grinder. It's the cups this produces are very, very round, soft. It's fairly sweet, Finish is relatively quick. It doesn't leave a whole lot of lingering aftertaste. I would give this a solid 3.5 out of 5, and 3.5 out of 5 is honestly not bad. This is actually a dang good deal, in my opinion, for you to start exploring this world of specialty coffee. And then as you begin to want more out of your cup, as you begin to want more clarity in your cup, which again, like those are concepts that you're going to learn as you brew and taste a lot of different coffees. And so, does this get the job done? And can it brew tasty coffees? Absolutely. Now, the dripper. So it turns out this is a knockoff of a Time War B75, and so I have a difficult time recommending this exact unit. And I'm not sure if you can hear, but you guys hear that? It makes a crunchy noise anytime you you apply pressure to it. It doesn't seem or feel like a very premium grade plastic. I'm sure it's food safe. I mean, vast majority of plastics are food safe nowadays. For instance, this is the UFO, and it's made out of very expensive material, Triton, and it makes zero crunchy noise. It doesn't feel like it's going to shatter. This feels like it's going to shatter. Yeah. But nonetheless, it is a very, very, very capable dripper. I actually very much enjoy the cups that I get out of this dripper. It's very sweet, very, very well textured. It does exactly what I would expect out of a well-designed flat bottom dripper, which this is. And so, yeah, drippers at the end of the day, for the most part, as long as it's not a flawed dripper by design of airflow, it's going to brew decently good cups of coffees. And this brews really tasty cups of coffees. So, all in all, what has been my experience using this sub $80 coffee pour-over set? Pretty dang good. Would I recommend this exact setup to a family member? Absolutely. That's how good I feel about this set. It's genuinely mind-boggling, the fact that this electric kettle, this electric temperature-controlled kettle, is cheaper than my dripper. Is insane. Is just mind-boggling to me. The ability to mass produce these units and to sell at a price that's so accessible to the masses, I think is a massive win for us consumers and the industry as a whole. Now, it makes me feel a little weird as someone that owns a dripper company that is in the premium market, but please understand that it's the premium market. You can go buy a regular car, or you can go drive a Mercedes, a Rolls Royce, whatever, right? Drippers are the same way. Sure, they're more accessible. UFO is $45, but at the end of the day, it's still a premium market. You can buy something like this. You can buy something like a regular V60 for significantly less money and spend the rest of the money on buying better coffee. So, all in all, this was a really, really, really fun experience, especially for me to kind of come back to the roots of what I used to use as far as equipment went. Although I never started with a $30 electric temperature-controlled kettle that didn't exist back when I first started making coffee at home. And so for those of you who are just now getting started, your options are very, very plentiful. I am going to try to link all the products that I bought, the exact ones, down in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know in the comment section below, and please subscribe if this type of content is something that you are looking for. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch all of you next time. Deuces.